One,
we are
two,
online.
3.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Samajam. Virgil Bottom, thanks a lot for joining for internal market, industry, and entrepreneurship session. As a first presenter, lean manufacturing in Romanian SMEs. I think it's the first topic that you are going to cover. Then
yes,
another presenter probably join, and Professor Sema will inform us. So stage is yours. If you want to share any like slide, you can click this green button to share screen. Then you can upload your slide or share your slide.
okay. I have already prepared a slide.
Oh, that's great.
That was already sent to you with recording before the this session. I will open. I will share the screen.
Yeah, why not?
It's okay. So now you have the screen. Thank you for accepting my paper. The name is Lean Manufacturing in the Romanian Small and Middle-Size Enterprises. My name is Virgil Boțan from Bucharest University of Economic Study, Doctoral School of Management. I will start. I have only 15 minutes. Yes?
Yeah.
Meaning that I need to take, let's say, a little bit speed. I start with the history of lean manufacturing, meaning that the word was used firstly by John Kravchik in one of his papers for his master thesis. And after that, let's say the boom of lean manufacturing was the book, The Machine That Changed the World, written by Dr. Wormach, Dr. Jones. This MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they do not know why the Toyota are so good in cars manufacturing, and they start to study how they arrive, and they discover in Japan lean manufacturing that was developed by Taiki Ono and Shinjo Shingo. But the history is very interesting for the lean manufacturing, because was at the first Dr. Juran and Dr. Deming, they help Japan their reconstruction after the Second War. And with the research and the good results of Ford in United States from Ford manufacturing cars, they arrived to develop this new philosophy. In 1990, the Western companies arrived to use, let's say, professional the lean technique in United States, and after that they arrive through France and England, in Europe, and of course worldwide. It's very nice the history of lean manufacturing, because the humans tried to do the lean philosophy is to do more with less, and this was the aim of humanity. And there are a lot of lean technique used from far from the past. And sure, for this, in the Romanian small and middle enterprises, there are from many times used a lot of techniques from lean, but there are not named like this. There are not used. Sometimes there are used only part of them. The lean arrived in Romania through the internationals company, the multinationals company, and they were adapted to, let's say, the special Romanian condition. Romania is a Latin country. In this paper, there are developed only 15 of the lean manufacturing tools, but there are many other techniques, because starting to use lean, you can discover time to time new point that can be improved and to implement a new technique. The 5S is one of the first that are used when someone wants to implement lean manufacturing. It's about sort and eliminate all the unnecessary items close to the workspace are used. In the last time, there are used 5S plus S. The 6th S arrived from security, safety. And during the sorting are used two kind of labels, red label for items that are unnecessary to the working place, and yellow labels that are not good for safety. After that, it's the step of set in order to arrange all the items, only the items that are needed on the working place. After that is the shine, meaning that the workplace is clean, and even there are made a plan how to do the cleaning there. Standardize and sustain of 5S. In Romania, usually we arrive to, let's say, up to 3S, meaning that it's okay, the sorting is done, set in order and the shine. But to standardize, meaning to formalize things, it's a little bit more difficult, and sustaining is more difficult because let's say the main word is continuous improvement. Continuous flow or one-piece flow. There are some very nice movies that show us how is the difference between mass production and one-piece flow, meaning to take a product and to run this product from the beginning at the end without stopping, without have batches, without stock, with nothing, only take the product and put it on the production flow from the start to the end. In the Romanian small and middle enterprise, due to the fact that there are a control of the number of people and the people have their polyvalence, sometimes they arrive to do it, but usually the mass production is still let's say most used than one-piece flow. Gemba walk, in the last time, all the companies have, not only in the last time, because even before, Gemba walk was very interesting, especially for the management or the white collar people, meaning to go in the factory to see how is done the product, to feel a little bit better where the value is added. And in the last time, especially with the certification, with IATF certification, even ISO certification, Gemba walk became a habit for the companies. Of course, in Romania, it's the same. Hoshinkandi is the policy deployment. Also, today, all the companies have their sites on the internet, and starting with the vision, with the mission, they arrive to have the objective, the strategic objective, tactical and operational objective, the goals and the KPIs arrive from the top management, and the result return from the shop floor, from the plant floor to the corporate with the reportings done. Just in time, as his name tell, is to have all from the raw material production up to the delivery, the products finish, to have it on the right time and on the right quantity. this was invented by Taiki Ono and used by Toyota starting 1938. And they take it from the New York fish market. Idea was taken from there. And it's clear sometimes there are a confusion between lean manufacturing and the just-in-time, but it's one of the powerful tools of lean manufacturing. Kaikaku and Kaizen, it's only there are the continuous improvement, but Kaikaku is the radical improvement, meaning that Kaikaku acts to the strategy, and Kaizen action is on the incremental improvement. Also, there are very good tools and especially work very well with Gemba Walk. Kanban, it's the Japanese word for pull system. There are methods of controlling and regulating movement of the goods. It's very good inside the factory because using some label, preparing some batches, there are a visual control of the stocks, and also the pull system, meaning that the next step pull the previous step, and it's very well when could be used with the customers and with the suppliers, but it's not always evident. Why? Because it's not easy to be implemented. Muda, now we talk about the seven ways, and they in the last period, Americans especially, they develop acronym TIMWOOD. It's about the seven main ways, because lean do not want to produce waste. This is one of the philosophy of lean. And the waste are transportation, the unnecessary movement between processes, the inventory, meaning that the stocks, the finished goods, the work in progress, there are waste. The movement of the people or the items are waste also. The waiting, people of the waiting, meaning that people, if they do not work or the parts are not in movement or in process, there are waste also. Overproduction, meaning to produce sooner, faster, and in biggest quantity that the client asks. It's a waste, similar to over processing, that is called also over quality. Produce better quality than the client request. It's a waste. And the main waste are the defect, meaning that product is not produced from well from the first time, or must be repaired, or there are correction to be done. All of these are waste, and lean is proposed to eliminate all the waste. I make a survey here in Romania, and here, let's say, the survey was made only for the small, middle, and micro production companies, and they acknowledge then the overproduction is a waste. Also, there are the 8 waste, meaning underutilize the talents, people that can do more, but they are put to do less. It's also a waste. The waiting in the process, the over processing, all the other 7 waste, people acknowledge and fight to decrease this waste. Plan, do, check, act. It's a technique that now it's worldwide well known, and it's used today in all the action plans. Usually there are the system plan, do, check, act. It's like the name tell us. Pokayoke is about eliminate it means mistake, and you can avoid is to eliminate the operators' mistakes. Today, almost all the machines have the system implementing, meaning that even the buttons of the machines have behind this system, meaning someone cannot move something on the machine that can create a mistake, a defect of the machine. SMED is the single minute exchange die. This is also very strong tool of lean manufacturing. And the best example of SMED is the pit stop in Formula One. There are on YouTube some short movie with this. In 1915, the record was the best results, 67 seconds. Today, the pit stop arrived to be done in less than 2 seconds. There are people will tell, okay, in 1950, were only 10 people. Today, there are 30. It's clear there are more people, but all the actions, everyone know exactly what to do in very short time to arrive to make the pit stop in 2 seconds. And like this, there are teams that win the Formula One. TPM, Total Productive Maintenance, it's a very good tool. It's about use the knowledge of the people that work on the working place for the easy or soft maintenance. And the maintenance team arrive only when it's difficult, it's complicated, and the normal people, the workers, cannot do it. It's a very, very strong tool. There are the base of TPM. It's cleanliness, order, discipline, with the continuous improvement process, with the pillars, with autonomous maintenance, and finishing with the training of the job. Value stream mapping, also very, very strong tool of lean manufacturing. It's also used in Lean and in Six Sigma because to put in order very well the process. There are charts now, there are standardized charts, there are books that appear with the subject. Why? Because lead to a very rapid and important improvement of the business if the actions are taken for create the ideal value stream. Visual factory, lean generally is about visual things. Almost all the lean techniques use
2 minutes.
Yes?
2-3 minutes.
2 minutes, and I need to finish. Okay, I will visual factory.
Yeah, then we can start another one. Yeah, okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I will finish in 1 minute.
No, because, 2 minutes is fine.
Okay. As you can see in this, the Romanian small and middle enterprises do not have implemented Lean or Six Sigma or Lean Six Sigma. There are only few that use some technique, some tools from Lean Six Sigma. Who is using this? Especially companies that work with the international companies from automotive industry. And they acknowledge the improvement that are bring by Lean Six Sigma, even the client satisfaction or the employees satisfaction. They know that Lean Six Sigma bring increasing of productivity or reduction of the claims or increasing of the profit. Also, they acknowledge this according to the survey that I made it. And in conclusion is that the Romanian small enterprises were influenced by Western companies, and they implement the lean manufacturing according their habit, according their knowledge, and they work for evolving and developing the Romanian industry. thank you. I think that I'm in the right time.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Let me check the participants. Two guys, I think they send videos rather than to, physically being online. That's why if your second presentation is ready, let me check whether in YouTube whether there is any question comes for this slides. 1 minute, let me to check. Sometimes computer taking time.
Yes.
Let me to check, because I have seen there some people was online at that time. Let me to see, because sometimes they type questions. Yeah, 32 participants. No, there's no question for this presentation. So if you are ready, and if you want, let's start your next presentation, which is Lean Six Sigma and
Industry
4 in Romania presentation.
Yes. So I can start?
Yeah, you can, because next to is video based. The coordinator, they will upload the videos and they will merge with your ones.
Okay. Still you have the screen.
They are all. I think this is old one, the previous one.
No, this one is the Lean Six Sigma and Industry 4.0. It's the new one.
Why?
Okay.
Close it and open it again. Maybe you need to close previous one first, because in my screen the previous slides appear still.
Okay.
You need to close probably PowerPoint, then reopen.
No, you know why? Because yes, no, it's from yes, new share now. Hello?
Yeah, new one is this.
Because I wasn't open at the beginning, and for sharing, yes, it's okay. So now it's okay, but I cannot see you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Meaning, the name is Lean Six Sigma and Industry 4.0. Lean Six Sigma is also a very, very nice subject and very big. The industrial evolution, as you can see, it's is a word like this. Industry 1.0, meaning the first industrial revolution was at the end of 19th century, maybe a little bit in the beginning of 20th century, and was at that time about craft production, steam power, water power, iron production, textile industry, and was especially developed in England at that moment, France, let's say in old Europe. But craft production also was in every country of the world. Beginning of 20th century was the second industrial revolution that was until the middle of the 20th century, with the mass production, all the production developed by Ford. At that moment, that was, let's say, they were in the top. With the development of electricity or invention of electricity, magnetism, globalization, telegraph, gas supply, and water supply. The third revolution was in the second part of the 20th century with lean manufacturing, developed by Toyota, standardized computers, automation, internet network, and so on. And today, starting 2000, Industry 4.0, but was the, let's say, the fourth industrial revolution, because the concept was developed by the Germans in Hanover in 2011. And this was with Lean Six Sigma starting 2000, but also with the smart factory, Internet of Things, autonomous machines, artificial intelligence. Lean Six Sigma is a concept destined to the development and the betterment of the business. It's a philosophy that make a revolution in industry, in the process methodology and the result of the business. Lean Six Sigma is the basis of operational excellence implementation in all the company or in many industries, but also this start from the cars manufacturing, automotive industry, and all the top industries, let's say. The history of Lean Six Sigma is start with lean manufacturing, developed by Toyota. They start with the development of Toyota production system that became after that lean manufacturing. They start in after the Second War, and this was end in let's say 1970, 80. In 84, Six Sigma was developed by Motorola in United States, but was improved by General Electric. And okay, the Americans want to push a little bit things because the quality start with lean manufacturing to be pushed. There was a pressure in the quality, and they arrive with the Six Sigma, develop on statistical things. A very good system also, because there are more mathematic, more clear on the figures. And after 2000, they put the two system, Lean and Six Sigma, together, and this combination gave the Lean Six Sigma that are used today and will be used in the future also. Lean Six Sigma, the main tool are this mic, meaning that there are 5 big steps where the tools from Lean and Six Sigma, taking separately, are combined. And the 5 big steps are define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. This one is the main tool and are the base of Lean Six Sigma implementation. Lean Six Sigma is the methodology that maximizes the business result by obtaining rapid improvement, because here is very good the rapidity of Lean arrive and push the rapid results on Lean Six Sigma. Related to customer satisfaction, cost, quality, process speed, and invested capital. Lean cannot conduct process through a statistical control because it's a lot visual, but Six Sigma have not the speed that are obtained by Lean. Lean Six Sigma concept is very powerful in all the human activity, let's say. And it's used, today it's used in hospitals, it's used in administration, it's used everywhere, start to become one of the lot of tools from Lean Six Sigma are in certification, in ISO certification, in EATF certification. The approach of Lean and Six Sigma for waste is Lean. For Lean, the waste is the non-added value. For Six Sigma, waste are all the variation in the process are waste. Lean is focused on process flow, Six Sigma on the problems, especially quality, but also process. The tools in Lean are visual, in Six Sigma are statistical. There are a lot of formula, and a very good tool that are used by Lean Six Sigma is Minitab. In Minitab, you can find almost all things that are necessary to control Lean Six Sigma. And as methodology, there are the Lean principle and the MAIC, define, measure, improve and control, analyze, improve and control. this is the main tool of methodology of Lean Six Sigma. There are the principles of Lean Six Sigma, Industry 4.0. Was promoted by the German government as a high-tech project. As I told you, in 2011 was a fair in Hanover, and they presented this and create a smart factory with top companies like Siemens and Bosch. But there are a group, they construct a group in Germany to invent this concept. But also the other powerful economies in the world, in the United States, Japan, China, and Europe, they developed their personal version of Industry 4.0 for the smart factory. The CEO of Bosch told that the basic principle of Industry 4.0 is that by connecting machine, work pieces, and the system, business are creating intelligent network along the entire value chain that can control each other autonomously. My opinion is that intelligent network have any creativity, and the continuous improvement cannot have place. I find here all the advantages of lean manufacturing concepts or of Lean Six Sigma, where the humans are there and can improve. The principle of Industry 4.0, interoperability, information transparency, technical assistance, and the decentralization of decision. Everything is perfect regarding Internet of Things, the cloud, the robotics, and so on. Now, shortly, the advantages that the Romanian company have for implementation of Industry 4.0. Romania is in a favorable position due to the custom production and the high quality close to the consumer market. Development of due to the fact that it's close from the European companies. Development of automotive industry that are the largest investment in the last decades here in Romania. There are a lot of automotive companies that work for all the big OEM. Supplier for cyber physical system, development of IT companies in Romania, and there are especially in Cluj and in the Cluj-Iași and in the last time in Bucharest also, there are a lot of foreigner companies that have development of IT. There are Romania at one moment were between the first three best provider of people in IT. Internet speed, now it's a little bit less. There are few years before we had one of the highest speed in internet. Today, I think that there are also the big power countries in Europe have a good speed also. And external partner, the inventors of Industry 4.0, the Germans are one of the main investors in Romania. The conclusions are okay, there are many, but I think that there are not so many times to keep it. I will go because the most important, and there are some philosophical things here, the future for the blue collar will be strongly influenced by Industry 4.0. Each industrial revolution brought major changes in the labor market. Was similar in the mass production, time of work, in lean manufacturing, the idea of Toyota to make a contract for life for the people and polyvalency of these people. now with the industry 4.0 in the future, the skill needed in the factory will be different from the skills requested today. Many of the activities like production on the machine assembly, quality control will be performed by robots. The robots will perform the activities that are not safety for the humans or that are too heavy for the humans. The big question at the end is what will happen to the brute human force in the future. That was all. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot for good presentation. At the same time, informative. This is also, question in my head, like what will happen in future for labor force if the like technology, day by day taking control. At the same time, machines are taking day by day more like, let's say, position from labors. So I'm really, thinking about what will happen future, how this situation will affect unemployment situation, how this will change work place, workforce. Let's see, your presentation, this one, it's really good. I like. Thanks a lot. It's really informative.
Thank you.
Let me see if there's any question. Here, no. In other presenters, they sent videos, but it is with coordinator. Let me ask them whether they will merge videos or because they are, let me check whether they are online. Andre Oliveira is here. 1 minute. And I think Andre, let me see. Andre Oliveira, you are here? Do you hear me? Hi.
Yes. And do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I'm sorry for the late, but I was a little confused about the timings, about the time, okay?
Oh, it is fine. It's written Carl Oliveira. Is it you or Andre Oliveira is different? Because there is one presentation exists, Carl Oliveira and Pedro Pimentel. Is it you?
My presentation is the last one of season 15. It's the evaluation of the new Montijo airport in Portugal.
Okay. I mix. Yeah, there is two Oliveira. That's why I mix.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
No
So,
problem.
valuation of new Montijo airport in Portugal. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There is two Oliveira. That's why I mix.
It is confusing. Yes.
Okay. So, Oliveira, if you want, you can share your screen. And also, do you have any question to Virgil Poltan for the
no, I don't have. I like it's a presentation. I didn't hear everything, but what I could see, I liked it very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And
Oliveira, if you want, you can click share screen and you can upload your slide, or you can share your screen. This is up to you.
Okay, let me try. Just 1 minute. Okay, are you seeing the presentation?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, perfect. Can I start?
Yeah, feel free.
Okay, so my presentation and our paper that myself and the professors RePEcT and Pedro Pimentel from the University of the Azores, we did an evaluation of the new Montijo airport in Portugal. Okay, using the real option analysis. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so the main goal is to evaluate if it is the optimal time to invest in a new airport in Lisbon. As I said, using the real option analysis, that is it's a recent approach to evaluate investments, real assets. Okay, and why? Because the number of passengers in the Lisbon airport, the actual airport, is growing over 2 digits in the last years. Of course, that this analysis was made before COVID. Okay. And of course, that in 2020 the number of passengers is not in the same values that was in these years. Okay, so in 2017 and 2018 and 2019, what we saw is that the limit, the capacity of the actual airport was already reached. Okay. And so for us, it was important to see if this is the optimal time to invest in a new airport. This is a discussion that has been made in Portugal, okay, about a new airport or expanding the existing one. So the Lisbon airport is the main gateway of Portugal. 51% of all passengers in Portugal were moved in this airport, okay? And what we saw before COVID, of course, is that the number of passengers would grow in the near future because of the tourism sector, okay? That was growing in Portugal. So these capacity restrictions that the Lisbon airport had could damage the destination image, because there has been some complaints about the efficiency of this airport. The concession contract that was made between the Portuguese state and ANA Airport of Portugal, this company ANA is the company that is managing the airport Lisbon, or the Lisbon airport, states that a process to construct a new airport in Lisbon should start when, among other capacity factors, the number of passengers exceeds 22 million, okay? And in 2016, the Lisbon airport had 22.5 million, and in 2017, more than 26.5 million of passengers was moved in that airport. Okay, so there are multiple reports stating that this airport exceeded its capacity, with long delays and waiting lines that can damage the image of Portugal. Okay, so so you are seeing a graphic that shows that the number of passengers already exceeds the number that was predicted in that contract. Okay, so after multiple studies, it was concluded that the construction of a new, brand new airport in Lisbon was not viable at this time. Okay, a brand new airport. So the alternative solution was to extend the airbase of Montijo, a military facility that is installed near the Lisbon airport. In practice, we are talking about extending the existing one, extending the airport of Lisbon to a near facility. So, about the literature review. Traditional methods of investment valuation assume passivity on the part of management. These methods may not take into account market dynamics marked by change and uncertainty, which may change the cash flow initially estimated. The real option method allows recapitulating some of the value lost through these conservative methods, since different scenarios are designed for the operation. Manager can mitigate the risk over time, which means that volatility is seen as a positive factor that increases value. With real option analysis, different pathways are identified. In each one, it is possible to evaluate them and modify them. In this way, there are asymmetric decisions of only doing an action if it has value, but not otherwise. So there are two principal requirements to apply the real option analysis. The existence of uncertainty to set the different scenarios, and flexibility to make or change a decision. There are multiple types of real options. One of them is the grow option, and it allows the enterprise to expand their capacity to take advantage of a future growth opportunity. Some characteristics of these options are that uncertainty and irreversibility increase the incentives to wait, okay? Deploying an investment kills the option to postpone it until a better moment. If you do an investment now, you cannot delay the investment for the future and see how the demand will grow. And in this paper, it is relevant to consider the optimal time to invest, to maximize the value of the company. Some examples on the literature that applied real option analysis in airports. We are talking about Smith, the father of real option analysis in airports. Okay, he did a study about an expansion of an European airport with a real option game. Okay. Pereira et al. Used two stochastic factors and shocks to evaluate an airport, and Xiao modeled the choice of airport capacity a priori to invest immediately, and the real option value for future expansion based on different objectives, maximization of profits or social welfare. So, the investment, according to Smith, the investment in airport infrastructures has many benefits. It induces the economic growth. It has benefits for shareholders, and it has opportunities for companies related to the infrastructure or to the airport. So the option value is not only for the airport owner, but it is shared by other players. But this investment has high levels of uncertainty, according to Chambers, because it depends on demand for tourism and
3-4 minutes.
Okay, and it is related with macroeconomics indicators. So it is difficult to forecast traffic and investment costs. Okay, so our methodology is based on Pimentel et al. Study, and this framework uses real option analysis and the utility theory. Okay, and the main source of uncertainty is derived from the level of future demand for the new airport. So each user faces a cost for travel between two destinations. That is a function of the total value of travel time that you can see there, and the airport taxes for passengers. Okay, this is our functions. The value that each user confers to an R flat is represented by the following value function. I will pass this part a little forward because this is mainly functions. Okay.
Okay.
So, and this is our the most important functions, because it shows the value that each user has before the investment and what he has after the investment. And this is how we can compute the three-month threshold to see what is the optimal demand to deploy the investment. And here we can calculate how the investment opportunity is calculated. It is calculated a part of the part that is in first place is the net present value, or the traditional net present value, and the second part is about the option value. Okay. So this is our main input. These inputs was gathered from different sources, okay, and studies that was made to this new airport, okay. This information is very difficult to obtain for an airport in Portugal, okay. And here we can see the results. The results show that the airport construction should only begin when the demand reaches 4.9 million passengers. And the actual demand for this airport, the prior studies showed that the actual demand is 4.5 million. Okay, so it is a little below of this demand threshold. Okay, but it's very near. And it is maybe the government could neglect this difference and deploy the investment now. But what our study showed is that prior to COVID, again, the demand threshold or the optimal time, the optimal time is when the demand reaches 4.9. Okay, and the actual demand was 4.5 million. So, as the final considerations, as we can see, a real option model was applied to an infrastructural investment in Lisbon with high levels of uncertainty in the market, especially in the tourism sector. And this framework evaluates the investment in terms of economic welfare. This is an innovation on this area, because the investments usually are evaluated in terms of profit for their owner, and this framework evaluates the investment in terms of economic welfare. Okay, the principal limitation is there is not much public information about the new airport, and studies about air demand characteristics are very scarce. Okay, for future investigation include more economic factors that influence demand behavior in air transport sector, and I want to add a new one that is not in this presentation, is to predict some shocks that, as COVID demonstrate, it can happen on demand, of course, and as it was shown in 2020. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Andrew, for a nice presentation. I hope after COVID, the demand will increase.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Let me, I think your one is last. Let me check, because there was one presentation. Yeah, Sema Hoca is here. Hocam koyacak mıyız video, yoksa sonra mı?
Sonra hocam.
Okay. So Andrew, this is I think that's all. This is what the information I got from. Let me check whether there is any question from YouTube channel, because we was online. I have seen some people was online. No. Okay. There's no question from them, so your speech was last. Thanks a lot, Andrew, for participating. Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you again
Yes.
in future.